According to previews for Young and the Restless, Jason Thompson's character Billy Abbott visits the Abbott house in search of clarification. In order to learn more about Ashland Locke's Richard Berge health, he requests to speak with Tara Locke, Elizabeth Liner. Billy chooses to speak with an insider on the CBS soap opera directly since he intends to write a significant piece. But Peter Bergman's character Jack Abbott tries to get in his way. Jack is upset when Billy Abbott shows up at the family house. He believed that his brother would be forgiving of the Locke divorce. Billy, though, is committed to learning everything he can for the piece. Rumor has it that Ashland is suffering from severe health problems. He concludes that the publication's best source is Tara Locke. According to previews for Young and the Restless, Jack will attempt to convince Billy to leave before he speaks to Tara. Billy, however, doesn't accept rejection. He persuades Jack that collaborating with Chancecom is the most effective method to guarantee that accurate information is conveyed in a tactful manner. Jack is still uneasy, but Tara comes and insists she is all right with talking to Billy. Billy's perseverance pays off then. He wants to ask Mrs. Locke a lot of questions. However, Ashland's health is the first topic of inquiry. There are rumors circulating that the business magnate is seriously unwell. Throughout the interview, Tara is amiable and helpful, but she lies through her teeth on Young and the Restless. Ashland has requested that she maintain the privacy of his medical records. Surprisingly, she keeps her word. According to his estranged wife, she is unaware of anything. On Young and the Restless, she continues to believe that story. Viewers are aware, though, that she is lying to Billy Abbott. Ashland has lung cancer, as far as she is aware. He has been informed that his life expectancy is barely 6 months, and has made the decision to live out his remaining years in peace by foregoing invasive surgeries in favor of no treatment. Teased and are spoilers. Of course, there's always the possibility that Ashland is fabricating this as part of a revenge game. However, Tara seems to believe his story for the time being. No matter how much Billy Abbott prods her for information about her ex, she refuses to give him that personal information. Billy Abbott thinks something is wrong, even though Tara is pleasant and kind throughout the exchange. The attractive blonde is not someone he trusts. Billy clearly reads people better than the rest of his family. She has captivated everyone else. Billy, though, doubts her intentions. He thinks she's keeping something about Ashland a secret. Billy, nevertheless, is also curious about how she has gotten along with his family. Living with Jack seems a bit too comfortable for her. Billy agrees with her responses, but he is aware that there is more to the story, according to Young and the Restless updates. Billy isn't going to let this story go because he can be very tenacious once he gets an idea. How far will he go to find out the truth then? Victoria Newman, Amelia Heil, has already been wooed by him for the scoop, but she was just as silent as Tara. He will so keep searching for information. Spoilers for Young and the Restless leave us wondering what Billy will do about his concerns that Tara is trying to join the Abbott family. He could talk to Jack and Kyle Abbott, Michael Mealer, about his worries. He can also choose to observe the cunning plotter from a distance. In any case, Billy will keep looking for answers on the CBS soap drama throughout the next weeks. Maybe Ashland and his divorced wife will both make the news because of Billy Abbott. Billy Abbott has never encountered a scandal he didn't want to expose, and when he suspects Tara Locke is concealing more than just custody secrets and silent sobs, his investigative instincts go into overdrive on the Young and the Restless the next week. As Billy begins to piece things together, what starts off as a friendly run-in swiftly turns into a high-stakes interrogation that has Tara face the truth about Ashland Locke, which she had hoped would never be revealed. Genoa City is on the verge of becoming the epicenter of another storm. Billy's unrelenting pursuit threatens to shatter every lie, every secret, and every alliance surrounding the late, or perhaps not so late, Ashland Locke. From intimate discussions in hotel hallways to explosive encounters in various locations throughout society and the Abbott estate. Because if Billy is right, Ashland may not only have pulled off the biggest fraud of his life, it's possible that he left the ideal falsehood that was just waiting to be discovered. The first rumblings. Billy notices a break in Tara's silence. It begins simply enough. Billy observes something strange when Tara Locke comes to Genoa City claiming that she wants to co-parent Harrison. She feels anxious. Her accounts don't line up. She also pauses like she's seen a ghost when someone unintentionally brings up Ashland's name in front of her. Billy is aware of the appearance of a guilty conscience. Being the guilty party himself, he has experienced too much. And if he's skilled at anything, it's identifying when someone is concealing something significant. He then begins to lean in, observing, asking polite inquiries, engaging in informal small talk that is anything but. Tara soon discovers that Billy is not getting back in touch. He is looking into it. The initial hint, an inappropriate paper trail. Billy starts to delve deeper, looking into Tara's bank records, custody documents, and divorce records, as well as previous chance.com articles. At that point, he discovers what he was seeking. Something that shouldn't be there. A recent wire transfer connected to an Ashland lock account. It's not an old payment, not a relic, a fresh one. Billy's heart stops. Tara had vowed that Ashland's funds were lost forever as a result of inheritance freezes and fraud probes. Where did this originate then? Who did the signing? Who gave the go-ahead? Either truth is explosive, and Billy wants answers. What are you really running from? Was the first exchange of words. At Chancellor Park, Billy locates Tara. Before Billy interrupts with that tone in his voice, she is sitting calmly observing Harrison and acting as like she is enjoying the solitude. Even if he doesn't express it yet, that tone conveys that he already knows something. You're lying, Tara. You've been lying. And I believe you're afraid someone will soon find out. Tara explodes for a second. Tears fall. Billy blocks her path as she tries to go. Not violently but firmly. You don't get to walk away. No more. Not with a child around. Not when Ashland's actions caused individuals to risk everything. She gives him a gaze that is both hateful and depressing. She does not, however, dispute it. Billy realizes then that he is correct. Billy is warned by Lily not to get obsessed again. Lily Winter is observing Billy's behavior while he chases ghosts. She has experienced this before. Billy trapped in a spiral of tunnel vision, attempting to play the hero while losing awareness of everyone and everything around him. She approaches him and begs him to stop. Ashland has passed away. Tara is broken. Harrison is at last secure. Leave them alone. Billy, however, shakes his head. No, I am unable to. Because Harrison is far from safe, if Ashland is still alive, and this was just another con. The most eerie notion then creeps up on him. What if Ashland returned? When Lily notices the terror in Billy's eyes, she understands this goes beyond a simple examination. Now it's personal. Tara's disintegration and the name she mustn't have spoken. The pressure increases. Tara begins to spiral. She is aware that Billy is getting closer. She is aware of the passing of time. Jack tries to console her as she sobs in the Abbott living room, stating that the past should not dictate the future. However, Tara is aware that Jack is unaware of Ashland's character, including how he planned every move years in advance, and used blackmail and manipulation. At last, she mumbles a single name that transforms everything. Bobby DeFranco. Billy hears. His face turns pale. Because Ashland Locke was known by that name before he became Ashland. Prior to redefining himself as a media tycoon, he went by that moniker. It was intended that no living person would ever hear that name again. And if that name is coming up again, a huge thing is about to happen. A startling hypothesis. Did Tara assist Ashland in staging his demise? Billy's notion is horrifying once he makes the connection, but it's hard to ignore. What if Tara didn't simply know Ashland's disappearance location? What if she made him vanish? She had everything to gain: money, freedom from Harrison's abuse, and complete custody of him. But she also had everything to lose in the event that the truth was revealed. Perhaps helping him disappear was the only way she could save herself. Billy resumes his digging. He discovers a charter flight that departed Genoa City without registration the night Ashland died. Tara bought a burner phone a few weeks before to the incident. Additionally, financial accounts are closed using a fictitious death certificate. Tara's grief wasn't sudden. She moved quickly. Too fast. Billy takes action. Is it the news or the truth? Billy returns to Tara with the mounting evidence, but this time he does so without hesitation, kindness, or pity. He claims to be aware of the phone, the flight, and the money. He is aware that she misled Kyle, Jack, and the police. He also offers her two choices. Tell me everything you know about Ashland's true fate, or I'll publish it all. Pale and trembling, Tara falls into a chair. At last, she comes clean about the covert plans. Regarding the last battle. Concerning the money. Regarding the agreement she made to keep Harrison safe. Regarding the man she thinks may still be alive. The real story. Ashland Locke is still alive and observing in the most startling disclosure to date, Tara acknowledges. Ashland lived on. Pain, sickness, the battle, the collapse, he orchestrated it all. Every second was planned by him. She also saw him leave the night he died. She assisted in his concealment. She contributed to its concealment. For survival and protection, she exchanged lies. And now, someone's been contacting her again. Untraceable numbers were used. Billy tightens his jaw. He is still here. He was never. What takes place next? Everything could be destroyed by the fallout. Billy has the truth now, the terrible truth. And there are repercussions for that reality. He could ruin Tara by exposing her. He might betray trust in order to defend Harrison. He might share his narrative with the world and cause mayhem. However, he is aware that everyone who has ever crossed Ashland Locke is in risk if he is still alive. Victoria, Nick, Kyle, Jack, Victor too, and the one Ashland despises the most. Abbott, Billy.